Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 8th Annual Women's History Month celebration. As you can see, due to COVID-19, we've made a few adjustments, and tonight we'll be coming to you live stream. Our celebration of sisterhood does not stop because of a pandemic. Neither will we confine our annual presentation to brick and mortar. Our theme for this year, Refresh in Progress, is about hitting the reset button and finding ways to maintain your sanity during this exhausting time. Tonight, our special guests are two women who tapped into their inner potential and found ways to refresh their lives. Guest speaker and soon-to-be best-selling author, Dr. Phyllis Bivins-Hudson, will be reading excerpts from her new book, Flying on Broken Wings, and Tanya Augusto, who during this crazy time started her stand-up routine on Facebook called Let's Talk About It. She's going to be addressing the realness of our everyday lives. This is a wonderful time to strategically plan for our comeback, our new normal. If you haven't, start your refresh in progress. In the rush to return to normal, use this time to consider which parts of normal are worth rushing back to.
Let's talk about survival. Yes, ladies. Lying about your kids got asthma to keep PSG lights on, knowing daggone well they ain't got asthma. You know the ones I'm talking about. I ain't the one to tell all the tea. Thank God for shutter homes. Shutter homes was keeping me during the shutdown. There's a few of y'all need AA meeting after this ride. Because, honey, I know I need AA meeting. I should have been checked in on a virtual meeting a long time ago before this walk. Ladies, some of us need it after the Zoom meetings with the children online. After they've gone back and forth. Some are in school, some are not. Some of us are on appointment. Some of us are working. Whatever the case may be, we needed to get out and have a ladies' night. Go out for a few drinks or whatever the case may be. But you know, the few of those, the ones that say, oh, I don't drink. Oh, I don't. Oh, I can't eat that much. Oh, I just want a salad. Oh, why do we have to split the bill? Or can I take my food on the side? Oh, listen up. Number one, 2 credit cards is the limit at the table. Better yet, I got one better for you. Waitress, hello? Wait a minute, waitress. Waitress, I just better yet, water limit for everybody at the table. Appetizers only. And we're going to split this goddamn bill. That is it for everybody. Eat a whole meal before you come. And ladies, drink before you come out. Because we know the ones before we go to clubs, y'all got them nips in the car. Y'all already drinking and sipping before you come out anyway. So therefore, there's no drinks at the daggone table. Because we ain't got time to be fighting and talking about, oh, you know, I ain't bring no money out. I done left my wallet in the house. I ain't got time for that tonight. We're not doing that tonight. So ladies, drink before coming out. Don't you start your stuff today, honey. Waitress, just bring the waters and keep it coming with the ice and keep it coming and let the windows open because you know we getting hot up in here tonight, honey. That's what we talking about. I'm not, let's talk about it. And that's what your girl Tanya do all day, every day.
Now, those of you who know me know that I love entertaining. And since I could no longer host a party with 50 plus people, I decided to scale it down to 3 of my friends. And we began our own happy hour as a way of staying sane during this pandemic. Also to do a little sip, okay? Oh, excuse me, I think they're here. There you go. Hey, girl. How you doing? I'm good. Hey, sweetie. Oh, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Smooches.
Come on in. It's beautiful. Have a seat.
Thank you. Oh, girl, this COVID, it ain't no joke. Thank goodness that we are all here.
You can say that again.
Yeah, but you know what? There's just too many people that have passed away during this pandemic, and there's so many more that are still suffering. Can we just pause for a moment's silence before we start having a good time, please?
It really is sad. So many people have died or they're suffering. But we gotta find a way to turn suffering into surviving and thriving.
Well, let's dry some blood by drinking this champagne right here.
Sounds good to me.
Glasses, please.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Joy, for this wonderful evening.
Anytime.
See everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. What's up?
All right. We ain't rushing.
Okay, there we
All right.
Cheers to surviving
Cheers to
and
surviving.
thriving.
And thriving.
And thriving.
Cheers to
And
surviving.
to not losing our sanity.
Here, here. Here, here.
All right.
Wait, it's good?
Not bad. Look, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm glad that I've been able to work through this whole pandemic. I'm really happy about that. But a lot of folks, you know, they haven't been that lucky. But I tell you, I work from home. I go from the bedroom to the living room. I'm home. I get off the computer. I'm home. I exercise because I need to have something to keep me from losing my mind. But I'm home. So every now and then, I need to just get out of my home.
Well, you're out now.
Thank God.
Cheers.
Well, cheers to being out.
Cheers to being out.
All right.
I'm tired of always being at home as well. I mean, I really love every morning hearing this. Good morning, Miss Blandford. So sweet. It really is nice. But for myself, I've been working on all these really hard songs, the ones you always want to sing. But I got nowhere to sing.
Yeah.
And can you believe I'm saying this? I miss singing.
Well, I do too.
Me three.
We can always sing. Ain't nothing stopping us from singing.
Really?
Well, you know, this pandemic has been difficult for everyone. People have lost loved ones, lives, jobs, homes, and unfortunately, in some cases, they have lost their faith.
That's
Amen.
the truth. That's
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ladies, I'm gonna tell you, there is something about believing.
Something about believing that keeps unfolding. Something about believing that makes my soul sing. Something about believing that keeps me holding on to God Almighty.
I needed to remain at my current school, even though it was in a different district. But I assured Mom that even at 8 years old, if she showed me how to take the city bus across town to get to school, I would be fine. I would be a big girl and go straight to school by myself. I had to. I begged Mom to let me stay at Andrew J. Brown School until the end of the year. She agreed as long as she still had a job, since she had to provide bus fare for me every day, which was around 20 cents round trip. The white bus driver became friendly with me because I was his youngest passenger, and he began looking out for me. One day, there was only the two of us on the bus, and he slowed the bus down as we approached Planter's Peanut Factory on Culloden Street. This wasn't unusual because there was a bus stop there, and people either got on or off to go to work or head home. But this time, there seemed to be a great ruckus. Policemen and police dogs were everywhere. Dogs attacked the black people coming out of Planter's Peanut Factory. Some of the men and women had handcuffs on, and the police were sicking dogs on them. Those who weren't handcuffed or attacked by the dogs began rocking the bus back and forth, but they weren't successful at overturning it. The bus driver yelled to me, "Get down between the seats and don't move until I say so." I quickly obeyed and got as far down as I could. In an instant, there was a crash and glass spewed everywhere. Someone from outside had thrown a bottle at the bus and broke out one of the windows. We were caught in the crossfire. The bus wasn't allowed to move because the street was blocked off by policemen, police cars, people who were being arrested, dogs, and others who stood on the sidelines, yelling obscenities at the officers. It was a scary scene. After what seemed like a long time, the bus driver finally came to the back of the bus to check on me. When he learned that I was okay, he instructed me to get up and return to my seat, and we drove off. I climbed onto my seat and got on my knees so I could watch the melee for as long as possible. I had survived.
Zakia, I do gain so much strength in believing in something greater. My faith is so important to me, and it is the thing that has got me through this pandemic. I truly believe that everything is going to be okay. Yeah, that's right.
I came back. I came back after the extreme poverty, hunger, and homelessness. Growing up in 1960s Virginia, where I was passed around to family members and friends while my mom sought whatever work was fitting for a woman with a 6th grade education. Some of the impromptu foster homes were nicer than others, but they didn't quell the revulsions that constantly tormented me from childhood into young adulthood, like the unspeakable horrors of repeated sexual abuse and domestic violence. Yet, after completing a bachelor's degree, then a master's degree, finally, as a student, I had achieved the ultimate, a doctorate degree in education leadership. The countless hours I'd spent with my dissertation, juggling 2 jobs, engaging with family, was an arduous enterprise well worth the effort, and I was back.
Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since you've been here. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Ooh, little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, little darling,
hear me clear. You can come back from anything.
Whew. Girl, that was so wonderful. Thank you so much for that. I love that.
Here comes the sun.
You know, all those things that you've always wanted to do, you should do them. And that's what that song makes me think about. So,
Well, that's why, it's imperative to put on your big girl panties.
come on.
Your big girl panties. And be afraid, not be afraid, to just be.
Never be afraid to love. Never be afraid to just be. Cast away your chains of doubt. Have the courage to be free. Don't cloud your eyes with others' lies. See only what you want to see. Duplicate these simple truths. Have the courage to be free. Open your eyes, you can fly. Open your eyes, you can fly. You can fly. You can fly. Never be afraid to love. I never be afraid to just be. Cast away the chains of doubt and have the courage to be free. Don't cloud your eyes with others' lies. See only what you want to see. Duplicate these simple truths and have the courage to be free. Open your eyes, you can fly. Open your eyes, you can fly. You can fly. You can
Courage to be free, and of course stepping out on faith.
Absolutely.
Stepping out on faith.
So, ladies, what are you gonna do when this pandemic is over?
I'm not waiting until this pandemic is over.
Okay.
I'm planning my comeback now.
Well, right now, because I do hear that.
There am I. Woo!
Well, I'm gonna plan for my comeback by getting more sleep.
And more music.
Well,
More tea.
for me, more books.
More sunsets.
More creating.
More long walks.
More laughter.
More hugs from my babies.
And more dreaming.
More road trips.
Hey,
More fun.
Yeah.
Ain't
Ain't no stopping us now.
we're on the move.
We got the groove.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move.
Okay.
Ain't no stopping us now. We got
Girl. Always, it never fails. Never fails.
Yes. Let's talk about strength. Strength is very powerful. Mental illness is real during this time. I'm talking about for all the ones out here that have strength to walk away, but how you found strength for you to say, now I want to lose weight, he done left me, now I want to work out, I want to start running and all that other stuff. Well, you should have been working out. You should have been punching them bags. You should have been doing all those things that you supposed to have been doing. Why I say that? Because, Cause some of y'all out there waiting for them stimulus checks to tell me, I'm gonna get me a tummy tuck, or I'm gonna get me a mommy makeover. No, goddamn well that your kids is already in high school and about to graduate, but I ain't the one to tell you all the tea, honey, because let's talk about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all be talking about, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go on a trip. Then we got the one that said, oh, let's have a girl's trip. You know you lazy. You did not fill out your passport paperwork. You don't even want to expedite it. Yes. So now we got to settle for Puerto Rico and Miami. And Puerto Rico want all them pesos. So all you got to do is do your COVID-19 test to make sure your butt don't have no COVID. So now we all got to go down there talking about, hey, Puerto Rican mommy, come over here, mommy, and all that other stuff. When we supposed to see the blue waters, go to Aruba and all that stuff. But now, because you're lazy, you know our sisters out there that she lazy and whatnot, but we want to get away. So do we do what we have to do? So now we wearing no wigs. No, we ain't got no goddamn edges, because you know your girl ain't got no edges. So I'm rocking no wigs where I said I will never be a wig girl. But she lay and she, girl. And then we got the ones that love them DoorDashes. She loved DoorDashes and Uber Eats because she can't cook. And then I wonder why I'm single, because she cook. Yes, I'm talking about it. You know the ones that get them appetizers and put them in the daggone pot to my, I cooked this up, baby. Here it is. Take that food. And within the bastards got them chicken to my, I fried the chicken up in there. Yes, I am talking about it, honey. That's what your girl do. She talks. She brings all the tea out every Saturday. But baby, let me tell you what it is. Do what makes you happy, ladies. Laugh. Talk about it. Cry about it. Life is about enjoying yourself and doing any and everything. I love you. I will see you again. Enjoy. Peace and love.
Oh, so that's funny. It's not how you survive the storm. It's that you dance in the rain.
All right, that's the truth.
That's right.
And if I've learned anything through all of this, from here on out, I'm never going to take another breath for granted.
Yeah.
You know, I tell the young kids that too, and actually the older ones.
You tell me every day.
I know.
Sure. We all forget.
every day of your life.
Rosemary had invited me for a spaghetti dinner, but after being at her house for about 45 minutes, Annette came to get me. Phyllis' mom said, "Come on home because Daddy mad because you left the house." I apologized to Rosemary for not being able to eat my dinner and left. The closer I got to the house, the faster my heart raced. I never knew what fate awaited me. I entered the house and knew immediately there had been some kind of struggle because my mom's face had ballooned and her eyes were red from crying. I asked what was wrong. She responded with the usual, "Nothing is wrong. Just go in there and get ready for bed." "But Ma, I didn't eat any supper yet. You called me home before Rosemary fixed the plates." Irritated, she said, "Don't worry about it, Phyllis. Just go to bed, please." I knew I should have done what I was told because something awful had begun and probably wouldn't finish until the wee hours of the morning. Once in bed, I heard them during the night, arguing, fussing, and fighting. I lay there scared and half crazy with wonder and fear because my baby was in that room. My mom insisted that the bassinet be kept in her room because she said I slept too soundly and might not hear the baby if she cried during the night. But she also wanted her in there with her because we had chinches, and she didn't want the baby to be subjected to them. Having the baby in my mom and stepfather's room made me uncomfortable because of how unstable Louis was. I lay listening to them going at it and my baby crying until suddenly I heard my mother scream, "Louis, no!" There was a gunshot. My mother screamed, "No, not Angel, Louis. You done killed my grandbaby." I couldn't move. My mind stole my reflexes. I lay there paralyzed and in the fight of my life, trying to make my mind and body cooperate with me. I knew I had to get up. I had to move. I needed to be with my baby no matter what. I needed to know that she was all right. But in my heart, I believed she was dead. Finally, the thief released my body and I slowly rose from my bed in a zombie state, walking to my mother's bedroom. My legs and knees were like water. I had to hold the wall to get to the room. When I entered, her tiny brown body lay still in the bassinet. Her eyes were wide open, but she wasn't moving. There was a large hole about the size of a dime in the upper right side of the bassinet. I reached for the little bed and shook it. Finally, totally released from my shock, I screamed while violently shaking the bassinet. "Tawana, Tawana, cry, please cry. God, please don't let my baby be dead." In spite of this terrible ordeal, I found my way. My baby had survived, and in the madness of it all, I had found the strength to move on with no place to go but all the way up. I was dancing in my own rain.
Increase and strengthen.
Well, I agree with that. Because I find that, challenges strengthen me, increase me, and all those good things. And the rest of it, well, I just throw it away.
There you go. That's right. Let it go.
I think about the life I live, a figure made of clay. I think about the things I lost, the things I gave away. But when I'm in a certain mood, I search the house and look. One night I found these magic words in a magic book. Throw it away, throw it away. Give your love, live your life each and every day. And keep your hands wide open. Let the sun shine through. 'Cause you can't ever lose a thing if it belongs to you. There's a hand to rock the cradle and a hand to help you stand with a gentle kind of motion as it moves across the land. With hands unclenched and open, give so if it belongs, or you can never, ever, ever, ever lose it. If it belongs to you. Throw it away. Just throw it away. I'm telling you, throw it away. The sky, you know how I feel.
Come on.
Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. In the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, you know what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. And I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Sit in the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, you know how I feel. It's an old world, it's a new world, it's a new life for me. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling
I know what I was incapable of understanding while I was living my experiences. Although my life did not amount to milk and honey, I had to experience each dreadful moment in preparation for my future. I chose to see a break in the clouds rather than become a victim of circumstances. And my teachers played a serendipitous role by inadvertently training me as a child to become the educator I would eventually be. Each lesson they taught, whether academic or moral, about relationships or reasoning, compassion or patience, helped shape some of the qualities and characteristics I harvested over the years to develop my craft and practice. I was identified as a master teacher. I was selected as Teacher of the Year. I was a mentor to some of my colleagues. I've been commissioned to write programs for teachers and train novice teachers. I've written curriculum and consulted with administrators, supporting their role in ensuring educational strategies are in place that support effective learning. I chose to push through the poverty-stricken condition in which I was born and gain respect and create a positive life for myself and my family. I recognize that every step of my journey was intentional. I understand that had I not experienced this life in the exact way it unfolded, I would not be the person I am today. For me, this has been a pilgrimage, and my sacred place has been the institutions of learning of which I've been privileged to be a part. But those institutions were not always schoolhouses. I have learned much about people. More importantly, I have learned about myself. I've gained an understanding of who I have become and why I am compelled to engage in the way that I do. The biggest revelation of all is that writing this book forced me to speak my truth out loud and recognize that I am who I am because my mother and father were who they were. Because of Mom, I am a healthy, active, and vibrant woman.
Sisterhood. I know, I want to tell you. But sisterhood is so wonderful. I woke up one Saturday morning, my sisters right here knew I must have been struggling or suffering or something. And look at me, got my nails done. Cash out from your good friends. See, that's what sisterhood is about. They lift you up when you're down. And when you're feeling down, they still lift you up. It's a fabulous thing. Absolutely. And I thank you. I mean, blood sisters do that all the time. But sister girls, all right. Sister girls,
that's right. Sisterhood is a journey. It's about being free with one another and treating one another right.
Absolutely.
It's also about knowing who the crazy one is in the group.
Who that?
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah. Excuse me, Mark. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had to leave. I hadn't determined where I would go yet, but suddenly that wasn't as big of an issue as I thought. Once packed, Louis simply said, "Go on, get out, and don't think you're going to come back, because once you're gone, you're gone." I never said one word. I left with my baby. We went to my friend Rosemary's for the night. I explained to her what happened and she understood. I told her I would be leaving in the morning. To go where, I didn't know. The next morning, after I thought Louis had gone to work, I sent Rosemary to make sure he was gone. She pretended to come to borrow a cup of sugar so she could assess what had gone on in my absence. When I learned that Louis hadn't gone to work that day, I sat in Rosemary's living room at the window for hours, waiting for him to leave. Finally, a break. I saw his car coming down the street past Rosemary's house and turning right onto Cemetery Street. When I could no longer see the pale green and white Chrysler, I quickly scurried out the door and dashed down to my former home. I entered the house where I found my mom sitting on the side of the bed, contemplating. In a huff, I said, "Ma, you have to get out of here." She stood up fast, as if startled by my presence, and began to cry. "Where were you? I didn't know if something happened to you or what. Where is Angel? Is she all right? Where did you sleep last night with that baby? She don't need to be out in the night air. She's only 5 weeks old." The questions came like pinballs jetting out into every direction. I only answered one question. We spent the night at Rosemary's, and I'm going back there now to see if she knows somebody who can give us a ride to the bus depot. Then Mom said, "Run out the back door to Rosemary's. Hurry up, he's coming." I leaped from the porch to the ground in a single bound, and in no less than 10 seconds, I was banging frantically at Rosemary's back door. In my short absence, Rosemary was able to reach a friend who had a car. He agreed to pick us up on demand. After about an hour and seeing Louis leave home again, excited, I ordered, "Rosemary, call your friend." My nerves were skipping rope. No time to address the pain. We had escaped hell and arrived safely 2 doors down to freedom. Then her friend came. I said goodbye to Rosemary, gave her a huge hug, a big thank you, and a tearful wave. She said, "I'm glad I could help y'all get away from Mr. Lewis because he's a maniac. Y'all take care, and I ain't seen y'all." She smiled and hurried us along. Sisterhood is sacred.
It would be fitting to pay homage to the many women who have had to muster up the drive, determination, and
the spirit to also flourish during this pandemic.
Absolutely. Yeah, hey, the healthcare workers.
The first responders.
The mothers who had to become teachers. The grocery store workers.
Me and my granddaughter.
The police officers.
The firefighters.
The EMTs. And all the frontline workers. We applaud you.
I think it's safe to say, ladies, that not only are we blessed, but we need to definitely be grateful. Because I know
Yes, truly grateful.
I'm grateful for the birds that fly and the shooting stars across the sky. I'm grateful for the waves of water and the songs whispered in the wind. I'm truly grateful. The sweetness in a baby's smile when the leaves turn from red to green and gold. The freshness of the morning dew. The freshness of me and you. I'm truly grateful. I'm truly grateful. The freedom of the music and song. The freedom of the music and song. Freedom of the music and song. Yeah. I'm truly grateful. Yeah. 'Cause I'm truly, truly grateful. You set my world on fire. Keep me reaching higher, higher than another time and space. Here we are in the perfect place. Yeah. Grateful to be on a magical ride. Yeah. Come on, on a magical ride. On a magical I'm so grateful.
Survival, okay? Because your girl had to let them know, honey, There's a child in here that got asthma so they can keep the electricity on. Yes, I am talking about it. Because them kids needed to be on Zoom. They needed laptops. They needed tablets to order be in school because they could not go back in. Y'all know what I'm talking about as we were holding the fort down. Yes, okay? So I started my show during the pandemic. I said, let's talk about it. Everybody's like, oh, you crazy. What are you doing? I said, I'm going to bring the realness. I'm going to talk about anything. No one's safe. Family, friends, co-worker, and whatnot. Because we need to laugh and we need to have fun because we didn't know what was going on. And that was my experience. And I said, after this walk, I might need AA meeting, yes, because Shutter Home's been keeping me during the shutdown. It's been keeping me. I've been seeing a lot of y'all talking about, oh, I've been creativity during this walk. Making clothes? Y'all crocheting? Crocheting been out in 1800s. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm making baby suits and stuff. Well, for a person that's a size 0, 2, oh, it stretches out. Baby, we come in size 16s and 18s and 20s. Ooh, what are you talking about? This gonna fit baby doll, okay? This is not gonna fit us, hunty. But our sisters out here, they are making jewelry. They're also doing wigs, eyelashes, makeup, whatever you need to make you feel good. We support one another. That's what we are doing during this walk. We are supporting one another because we need that nurturing, that listening ear. Yes, we shout out to all the hair salonists out there. They mad because they like, oh, they ain't come get their hair done no more and all that stuff. Honey, we ain't got that type of money right now. We up here trying to survive and put money back in the bank. We don't even know what's going on. They trying to get these houses from us. The landlord's trying to evict us. So we trying to survive right now. Just hold on for a second when we get that stimmy. When we get that stimmy, we be right back. But for the meantime, we all are trying to survive. So right now, we just popping on them goddamn wigs. Yes, I'm talking about it. So I'm going to pop them wigs on with you too. And we going to be right back. But that's what we doing right now. We gonna hold the fort down and we gonna be back to support you. But in the meantime, we love a good discount. What girl don't like a good discount? If you ain't giving me a discount, a 2-for-1 special, honey, I'll catch you on the next wave, okay? In the meantime, we are just gonna enjoy ourselves. We don't know what's going on. I'm like, survival is real. When you don't know what's going on, there's a lot of spirits going on. There's a lot of fugazi is going on, but there's a lot of shakedown and bamboozle. So we got to stay strong together because that's what they trying to do. Break us apart when we need to be together during this time. Because that's what they doing right now, baby. So what I am telling you, ladies, sisterhood is real. Keep that bond and keep it tight. It don't matter because we can come back from anything.
That girl who roots for the other girl.
Or tells a stranger that her hair looks amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I mean it. That's not talking about her hair looks amazing.
Be that woman who encourages other women to believe in themselves.
Absolutely.
And also their dreams.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Oh, let me get my swivel hips on.
What you get ready to tell us, Miss Patricia?
Sister,
All right.
you've been on my mind.
Right.
Sister, we're four of a kind. My sister,
Yeah.
I'm keeping my eye on you.
appreciate. Got a whole lot of time. Lot of time. So accept us, sugar sister. 'Cause each sister here is feeling fine. You're something too.
All right. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight to celebrate Women's History Month 2021. Special thanks to Dr. Phyllis Bivins-Hudson. Give it up.